Snakes,
Why?
because they're scary.
My biggest fear was swimming because where they threw me in and twice in the river, in the pool, didn't know how to swim. And then they say swim out, and how you swim out, I just went under.
What is your biggest fear?
Thunderstorms and lightning.
Do you know why you might fear that?
No, I've never figured it out, you know. So I don't know.
What's your biggest fear?
I would have to say my biggest fear would be losing my sight, not being able to see my family and see all the beauty around me. So definitely losing my sight is my biggest fear.
What is your biggest fear?
Ooh, I don't like deep water, like really, really deep water, like where you can't see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Nana, what's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear would be going to the dentist.
Hey Chandler, what's your biggest fear?
I think my biggest fear is not being successful in life and not achieving the goals I set for myself.
What is your biggest fear?
Being by myself.
What is your biggest fear?
I don't know, a few of them. Besides stink bugs, I would say probably losing Becklin, my son.
What is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is what is going to happen to my family, you, your brothers, your mother, when I am gone. There is not a good track record for men in my family living long, lengthy lives. At this point, I have outlived everybody in the family with the exception of my older brother, who is a year older than I am, and my Uncle Dave, your Uncle Dave, who is exactly 10 years older than I am. Everybody else died between the ages of 52 and 54, including Cousin Jeff that we saw just a couple of years ago at Uncle Dave's wedding. Unexpected and all of a sudden, and he's gone. So from the moment in time where I got together with your mother and we had a family, you three boys, I have been afraid mostly of what will become of you guys when I'm gone. I'm above the curve now in terms of the average lifespan of the men in the family. But I worry about my health. I worry about whether or not I've got enough insurance to get you guys through whatever period comes when I'm gone. I worry about you guys being happy.
Hey, what's your biggest fear?
Getting old.
My biggest fear is car crashes.
Hey God,
Yes?
what's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is during these unprecedented times of being able to be out and about and be social and interactive with people, and then afraid of having to be stuck at home again.
What is your biggest fear?
The deep ocean. What is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is dealing with the loss of my parents someday.
What's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is to wake up one morning and my immediate family to be completely gone and me not know where they're at.
Go.
The greatest fear that I have is losing a loved one, the people that are closest to me.
My biggest fear is something happening to one of my boys. As a parent, you're always concerned about your children growing up, being healthy, making good choices, getting a good job, having good relationships. But if something were to happen, it would be devastating to you as a parent. So my biggest fear is that there's something that would happen to one of my children and I couldn't do anything to help or stop it.
What is your biggest fear?
Losing somebody I care about.
What's your biggest fear?
Wolf cats.
What's your biggest fear?
Something happening to my wife, daughter, or son.
What is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is COVID-19 pandemic. Because this disease has no cure, and because of the vaccine, I hope it will be of a great help to us, and we shall be saved. We shall be healed.